Some say baseball is America's pastime, but if you ask anyone from the West, from the dusty plains of Texas to the mountains of Utah, they'll tell you it's rodeo. And it all began with one of the most iconic rough stock events, saddle bronc riding. Today, there's one family that practically owns that event, a family with over 8 members riding professionally. Yeah, you heard that right. When you hear their name, you'll immediately think of saddle bronc greatness. The Wright family has become a rodeo dynasty, and they're not just competing, they consistently rank among the best in the world. And today, we're talking about the youngest of them all, Statler Wright. Out of all the Wrights, Statler's path just might be the most surprising. While the rest of the Wrights were winning world titles, Statler was chasing his football dreams and wrestling championships. In fact, it took a global pandemic to set him on a bronc for the very first time. And guess what? From that one ride, everything changed. Now, he's blowing up the rankings, pulling big rides, and already making a name that stands out even in a family full of champions. So how did he rise so fast? What changed? And can he successfully carry the Wright legacy? Let's find out. The Wright family has successfully dominated saddle bronc riding, and it started with Statler's father, Cody Wright. We're not just talking about a great rider. We're talking about a member of the Pro Rodeo Hall of Fame, a 2-time PRCA world champion in saddle bronc riding, qualified for the National Finals Rodeo 13 times, a man whose style and grit defined the generation of cowboys. He's the patriarch, the foundation upon which this entire dynasty was built. Then you have the brothers. It's like a list of all-stars. There's Rusty, a 5-time NFR qualifier who's been in the mix for years. There's Ryder, a phenomenal talent who's already captured 2 world championship gold buckles. And of course, there's the living legend, Stetson Wright. The man is a phenomenon, an 8-time world champion across multiple events, arguably the most dominant rodeo cowboy of his era. The dynasty doesn't even stop there. Statler's uncles, Jesse, Jake, and Alex Wright, are all highly accomplished, multi-time NFR qualifying saddle bronc riders, making the family's grip on the sport even more legendary. That's the household Statler grew up in. Imagine family dinners where the "what did you do today" conversation involves winning tens of thousands of dollars and conquering the rankest bucking horses in the country. But for the longest time, Statler's passion was elsewhere. He was on the football field, a place where the name Wright didn't carry the same weight, a place where he could be his own man and judged by his skill. It wasn't until 2020 that he truly aimed his full focus at rodeo. Statler's skill was so good that he won the 2020 National High School Finals Rodeo saddle bronc title in the same year he started. That's almost unheard of. From there, he mastered his skills competing for the College of Southern Idaho, a critical step that prepared him for the pro ranks. Statler didn't just casually try rodeo, he attacked it with everything he had. The raw talent was obviously there, but there was a problem. For 2 straight years, 2022 and 2023, he was good at saddle bronc riding, but not good enough to qualify for the National Finals Rodeo. In 2023, he missed it by less than $10,000. And the worst part, he couldn't just go home. He had to go to Vegas and watch his brothers compete for world titles while he sat in the stands. Wright said, "It really bothered me. A lot of people, if they missed it, they don't have to go watch it, but I have to go sit in the stands and usually watch 1, 2, or 3 of my brothers. It's always really ate at me since I started rodeoing." After the 2023 season, Statler Wright set a new goal. He didn't just hope to make the NFR, he aimed to go into the finals as the #1 ranked rider in the world. And that's where things got crazy. The 2024 season wasn't just another season for Statler. It was a straight-up payback tour against his doubts, against the idea that he started too late. The tour started in Odessa, Texas. He rolled into the Sandhill Stock Show and Rodeo for the first time. He drew a horse from the famous Butler and Son string named Rawhide, and he knew he had a good one. During the event, Statler scored an 87.5-point ride to win the whole rodeo and pocketed over $4,500. A perfect start. Next, he headed to the legendary Fort Worth Stock Show. This rodeo is a Wright family playground. His dad won it, his uncle won it, and his brother Stetson won it multiple times. So the expectation and pressure were over the roof. At Fort Worth, he drew a Calgary Stampede horse named Urgent Delivery. It was a powerful horse with a reputation, and Statler rose to the challenge. He held strong and scored a massive 90-point ride that put him right at the top of the leaderboard. "I knew coming into today that horse was going to be extremely strong, and a horse that I'm going to have to keep gassing it, keep lifting," Statler said. "She came around in that tight circle, and she got me popped loose, but I could always hear my dad in the back of my head saying, 'Gas it,' so I just kept gassing it," Wright said. That ride sent a clear message, not just to the crowd in Fort Worth, but to everyone watching at home. A new Wright had arrived, and he meant business. Meanwhile, the Texas run didn't slow down. At Rodeo Austin, Statler tied for first in the semifinals with a strong 87-point ride. But the real deal happened behind the chutes. After his ride, his brother Stetson was right there, cheering him on. Statler talked about their celebration. "We get pretty excited. A little bit of curse words, but other than that, he's super supportive. I think he has more confidence in me than I have in myself, so it's awesome having him here. That bond and unfiltered support are unbreakable. However, However, the one ride that changed everything came in September in North Dakota at the Rough Rider Cup. The regular season was winding down, and the pressure was at its peak. Statler drew a horse named Steely Dan. He knew he was a winner because he had seen his brother Stetson score big on him in 2023. He knew he had the horsepower to punch his ticket to Vegas, and he did his job. He spurred his way to a massive victory, banking nearly $18,000 in just 8 seconds. That massive check officially punched his ticket. After 2 long years of watching from the stands, Statler Wright was finally going to the National Finals Rodeo. He finished that breakout 2024 season ranked number 8 in the world, earning over $275,000. He wasn't the cowboy who started late anymore. He was one of the best. The 2025 Pro Rodeo season technically started in October of 2024, just weeks after his incredible regular season ended. In November of 2024, he took second place at the Wilderness Circuit Finals. He pocketed another $6,000, keeping the momentum and the cash flow going. Then, in January 2025, he went back to Odessa, Texas, the place where his 2024 hot win officially started, and he won again. This time, he was even better, making an 88.5-point ride. As of June 26, 2025, Statler Wright is sitting at number 4 in the PRCA Saddle Bronc World Standings, stacking up nearly $91,500 in earnings so far. A clear sign he's not slowing down anytime soon. He proved that 2024 wasn't a lucky break. It was his new standard. So what's the secret code? What separates Statler from other riders? Well, it's more than just his genetics. It's his mindset, forged in the fires of those 2 years of frustration. He learned a critical lesson from the tough years. He said, "I've learned a lot about staying positive, especially missing the finals. Shoot, I've just learned in the last 2 years rodeoing, even when you've got one you don't think you can win on, if you have a good attitude about it, you've got a better chance of winning than you think." That right there is a champion's mentality. In a sport of split-second decisions and razor-thin margins, your attitude can be the difference between winning and losing. And he backs up this mindset with relentless work. In the off-season, he stays sharp by getting on practice horses and even entering amateur rodeos. He says it helps his mental game because it keeps his saddle feeling good and his riding comfortable. It keeps the nerves up, stimulating the pressure of a real performance. He's treating his craft like any other elite athlete, with constant practice and dedication. And through it all, it always comes back to family. The pressure of the right name is real, but the support system it provides is even more real. In May 2023, he married his wife Cameron, adding another key person to his corner. For Statler, it's simple. It's not a burden. It's a blessing. In what might be the most telling quote of all, he says, "Rodeoing with my family makes it fun. I love spending time with my family and my brothers and getting to ride bucking horses. At the end of the day, after all the miles, all the money, and all the pressure, he's just a young man who loves what he does and loves the people he does it with. He's living the very dream he almost walked away from. He didn't just find his way into the family business. He found his joy in it, on his terms." Now, the big question is, what's next? He's already proved that he belongs with the best. He's winning major rodeos. Could a world title be coming soon? Will he join his dad and brothers as a world champ? Honestly, I wouldn't bet against him. What do you think? Could Statler be the next multi-time world champ from the Wrights? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you like this breakdown of one of Rodeo's rising stars, hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you don't miss what's coming next. We've got more amazing rodeo stories heading your way. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.